Okay, so the culvert pipe, the 100-acre survey, and the power easement. All right, man, write it up.
Okay, I'm going to send this over to you soon.
All right, let's talk about this 3,000 an acre piece of ground. It's a really nice piece of ground. So what happened is they listed it with the price to sell. They listed it at 3,000 and they figured it was go quick. So they got 2 offers in right away from what I'm hearing. And so they accepted them, one at full price offer, and so we missed it. But then my agent called me the next day and he said, hey, the buyers are getting cold feet on this. Let's go look at it and you can put in a backup offer. I said, okay, so we're gonna go look at it. We're gonna check out that video here in a moment if you haven't already. So then we were like, okay, it's doable. It's got some shortcomings, but it's doable, especially in that area, you know, which brings a lot higher prices for land.
It'll be warm.
Yeah, it'll probably get warm. All right, so just to give you a little background on this, there's a house here that's in the middle of this property, kind of. That they're gonna sell off the house with 9 acres, and then the remaining 100 acres around it is what we are looking at. So as you see the house here, we'll talk about it and we'll look at the maps, but just so you know, so this driveway you just seen, that's only for the house with 9 acres. The land is gonna be just the raw land that's around it. All right, here's a map of the total property, and I'm going to try to mark roughly the 9 acres is going to be about like this. It's going to be a rectangle, kind of like that. So today we're going to look at all this terrain around it. You know, there's a fence line we're going to see around it. It's going to be, I mean, it's a decent property. There's no doubt. It's a nice property, and for $3,000 an acre, as you're going to hear the story, it had 2 offers in like almost immediately. But let's take a closer look. There's some hidden risks that come with buying land, so let's check it out. Right, man, back for more.
Right?
Signal here. 2 bars. So that private road, is that like totally private, or is it a gravel road?
I believe that's a gravel road going down there.
I would think, now this house is older, but man, I would think it would sell lickety split.
I was looking at the photos of it this morning. It looks pretty nice.
Yeah, that is nice. Hey guys, Kapper here. Welcome back to our crazy life and land investing lifestyle. So here's yet another one. This is a beautiful piece of property. It's for sale at the lower end of the market in St. James. And so there's a lot of chaos going on when you list a property 100 acres at $3,000 an acre in St. James. You're going to get a lot of attention. So there's a lot to go through on this one. But so that house we just saw, they're going to cut the house off with 9 acres, and then the additional 100 acres around it they're going to try to sell separately. So that's where we're looking at today.
Back, it looks like we're definitely what they're selling with the house, at 9 acres in the house. So.
Yeah.
Timber's not bad.
Okay, so some initial thoughts. This is the property lays out really nice. It does have terrain features, but it's got a lot of ridgetop area. That's where we're starting at right now. So it's looking really nice. I mean, there is mature timber you could harvest, but I mean, you know, it's not like an investment, like loaded with timber. So let's keep checking it out. But it does lay out nice. The terrain is nice. You do have ridge tops, and as you're going to see, we got bottoms down below as well. So let's keep going. It's a little pond here.
I wonder what this was supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly what it kind of looks like.
It's like an old pondy pond. Got it. Yeah, that has to be an old pond dam right there.
Yeah, one that never filled. That goes to show you, sometimes it's a gamble on those.
Oh, yes, it is. Is this the fence line, you think?
We are up against the south line here.
All right, well, it's got fencing. That's all good.
Nice fencing.
All right, so here we are. I know the picture ain't the greatest, but we're at the property line here. There's a nice fence on both sides, which is always good to see. And now we're going to figure out how to see this steep ravine along the fence line.
Expecting much for the trail, but this isn't much of a trail, but at least we're driving through the woods.
Yeah, I mean, it might take the perimeter. You might get lucky. I seen another trail shot off that other ridge.
We might be able to come back up that way because there's that fork in the river there. Is this the trail or not?
I'm not sure. Almost looks like right there's a trail. Right that way.
I must have just not gone the right way.
Do your stand up there.
Oh yeah. That might be a cool spot for a pond or a lake down there, depending on how much water is down there.
Yeah, we need to, at one point, hike the ride down the creek or what's going on there.
I don't think that there's going to be a creek down there, but maybe on this side because there's that wet weather creek right there.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get over on that side. I doubt there's water down there.
Yeah, just nature trail. Looks like a road.
From over there by the barn.
Oh, this might be on 9 acres.
No, we're pretty far south of that still. Oh, I see. I see what this is.
Is that the house right there?
Yeah, it comes from the 9 acres, but I'm pretty sure we're off of that. I think that 9 acres only like went out to there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, I've got this. Yeah, so it's really just that area just past the house there. It's where it stops. But we're kind of down here.
Okay. All right, this is a little micro plot with the deer stand you're going to see here if you haven't yet, a homemade one. But it's off of the 9-acre piece, but you always got to consider that. You got a house up there with 9 acres. How much will it affect your deer hunting here? It may or may not at all. I mean, I'm going to guess you're a couple hundred yards from the house here on your parcel, but you're basically going to own a wraparound parcel, you know, around this house and 9 acres that they are splitting off.
They need a 14-foot trailer to fit on there.
Oh, the length?
Yeah. I might be able to custom fab something up to make it fit, but I don't know.
Yeah, that could be where that gate is. I'm kind of.
We'll run down the road and see if we can see that gate.
It has to be, you know. Sure, one of us would have known that if another piece was for sale right next to it. The timber ain't terrible. I don't know that you could log it, but in a few years you sure could.
Yeah, there may be some money to be had out here, but yeah, if you logged it right now, you're probably taking away from all the pretty timber out here for sure. We're basically right on it now. So
let me walk just.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can walk down there. I don't know.
This is about the same as what you're dealing with over on the road side, on the south side. It wouldn't be bad to put a road up.
So far, but it's probably going to get steeper. How does the elevation lines look? All right, now it's time to get out on foot, because even though it seems pretty wide open, it's not as open as it looks, and it's kind of steep. So now I need to hike down to check out the bottom. Yeah, that's my phone. It's all day. I need to hike down to the bottom to see like the creek at the bottom, to look at the timber and what's going on with the terrain, to look at where we could build roads in the future, like if we subdivide it. So that's what this is. This is just a hike, and I'll be out of breath before it on the way back up. Rest assured for that. But anyways, just give you an idea. You got to get out on foot to see this kind of stuff firsthand. Has there? I know it's down the road a little ways, but like if we parcel something off and list it with you, has he talked to you about commission, or what are your thoughts?
Daryl?
Yeah.
It'd be up to him. He does that side of things, so I'll let him talk to you about that.
Okay. So you got a nice little saddleback right here. Oh, this is cool. So far, this would be the road right here.
Yeah.
So when I hike a property like this, I'm not looking at like what's there now. I'm looking at what could be, what the future could hold, where I need to cut roads if I want to, cut this into 40 or 50 acre parcels. So I'm looking ahead at the terrain on what it offers me and what I would have to do to put a new road system in and be able to navigate this potential future property. We should still be going, the fence line's still going that way, right?
Kind of walking away from me a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Well,
Way to walk down for sure.
yeah, I want to see this terrain here. That goes pretty steep. That's pretty cool looking down there. Well, we're going to go down to the bottom and see what it looks like down here. Timber's decent enough.
You in conflicts with that date?
Let me look here quick. So we put in an offer on it for a full price offer, $3,000 an acre. And the things that we asked for was that they have to get a permit from MDOT because you need a driveway permit. Otherwise, you don't have access. It's landlocked. Even though you got frontage. If it's on a main highway, you got to get a permit for a driveway. And then B, we asked for a power easement because power goes to that house that they're cutting off of it. But that's where the power line ends. So there's no way of running power in because the power doesn't come in the opposite direction. So they'd have to give us an easement off of that 9-acre piece with the house if somebody wanted power down the road. And so we sent in the offer, and they all got, he talked to their agent, and they got really wonky about those things. And he's like, you're gonna need to address it, whoever buys it. He's like, you're gonna need a driveway permit no matter who buys it. And the same thing with the power. I mean, if you're gonna cut up a piece of land, you need to know that. And so that expired, basically. The time limit ended, and they did not accept our backup offer, and that's all last I heard of it. So I don't know, people get into land, even some realtors, you know, if they don't know all this stuff, let's say they just sell homes or they don't have a lot of experience. These kind of things are tricky if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't have the experience. So you know, we've obviously done it long enough that we pick up on all of these things. Every now and then we'll miss something, but anyway, so that one's dead in the water. We're gonna keep looking. It was a pretty good property overall, laid out nicely, fenced, but there was a few janky things. But anyways, for a flip farm, it would have been okay. So we'll keep looking. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, hit the like button, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. And it also helps the algorithm